We're back now at the 2024 U.S. Open. This will be the women's pairs second flight semifinal. It is Arculli and Hitchcock versus Lee and Ho. We're here at Bell Lawn Bowling Club in Sun City, Arizona. We welcome you all to this semifinal match. And they have already started this again. Wait for the announcing crew. We're here with you now and looking forward to a great match. The next bowl will come from Michele Arculli. She hails from the Northeast Division of the United States.
Michele, a regular fixture of the national championship, seems to always find her way there in singles and pairs. And an excellent bowler, as you can see here.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
2 it is. We're still getting a little bit set up here because our game finished probably about half hour longer than everybody else's, and then they only gave about 15 minutes max to try and get everybody started for the next match. So we're a little behind with our coverage here, but we'll catch up quick. And the conditions are less than ideal, to say the least, but they seem to be a little better.
Warmer.
It's a little warmer. We at least got some sun now. So this wind is pretty strong, and it's been very cold.
I now have a towel wrapped around my head, trying to protect my microphone from the wind. I hope that it's helpful.
And I've just shoved mine in my mouth.
That too. Beautiful, beautiful ball coming in. Jack level looks like to me from where I sit. Lorraine Hitchcock. Ball went through by about a yard. It will appear. Being this is the same rink as our earlier game, she came up on the wide side. About 2 feet behind the jack. Side. This next ball. Crossing over a little bit, but the weight is very nice. Lorraine again on the wide side. On its way. It's got a nice bead on the. Oh, very nice. Just through. Is this Lee?
This is Helena.
Helena. See, Is she going to find that front bowl? Yes, she did. Leaving the shot bowl directly behind the jack, which is a great spot to be. Scott, I did not make it to tie yesterday, but I am planning on tonight.
Oh, you didn't make it to Jai Tai, one of our nice sponsors. So, but
Yes.
I remember we talked about it that you were hoping to make it out there, but tonight's the night. Huh?
Tonight's the night.
I've heard nothing but good things. I think we had Jackie Hogan sitting there. She said she went a couple nights ago, and she said it was wonderful.
Delicious, yes.
For anybody who's a member playing here with their badge, you get 15% off. So thank you to Jai Tai.
Yep.
Great first bowl.
Yes. A typical Michele Arculli bowl. Oh my gosh. Bowl.
Good effort here.
Just missed that jack.
Michele again. Just a little short there. This is the wider hand. The prevailing wind is blowing across. So this is the wide hand. I mean, most of the hands here have been pretty even, but with the nature of the wind, that's been kind of driving everything from this side. This is a pretty good effort here. Just sailed around. Nice effort there by Lee. Michele with their third. See how much this one is going to come around. So I'll make it all the way.
It's a nice tight head. It is. There's only one short bowl. That's very good.
I think you're seeing that the conditions have come a little bit more playable.
Mm-hmm.
It was just absolutely miserable for the first game. I was talking to the winners. And they said, that was terrible, wasn't it? I mean, Kathy actually called me over from the other green and said, that was awful, right? I said, yes. It's one more for Arculli and Hitchcock. They'll go up 3-0 after 2. At least the sun's out now, so because the wind has just been, this morning was absolutely brutal. It was really extremely windy and cold. And it's calmed a little, but it's still there. There's Lorraine Hitchcock pulling the jack. I mean, this is one of the other things we've seen is that the jack is, you literally have to adjust for the wind. I mean, that shows how hard it's blowing. Is if you roll that jack and it's even just maybe a halfway, like if you just get a little bit off the center line, there's a pretty good chance it's going to blow all the way across and out of bounds. It's not often that you have to play for the wind when you're rolling a jack. Essentially, it's like it's got a bias. It's been truly insane.
flew off over to the ditch. A little difficult to plan those kinds of things. But it does it.
And it's picking up again as we're saying how it's better, and yet it still is better, but it's blowing pretty good. And it's now playing right across. I mean, you can kind of see our booth in the back behind the bowl there where we are, and it's blowing behind us. So everything is. This is definitely the wide side that Lorraine Hitchcock just played. All right, this is Helena. She's going to try this narrow hand. See if she can fight the wind. It's one of the things that, I mean, it is bending. I mean, especially with this pace of this green, it is going to bend. It's not like the wind's going to stop it from bending. But just stick with this view. Hitchcock here. From here in Sun City. You can see the wind just kind of take this. I wonder if this is even going to stay in bounds. It's going to be close. Yeah, just made it. Right behind Michele as far as I can tell. Give me the shot here so you can see it. Just barely hanging in there.
Scott, were you able to get your remote control cameras?
I've got the side ones seem to be working, so I'll try again. I'm trying to kind of get it working. We're in a little bit of a different position here because we're going to go in the opposite direction of what we played all week long. And it's kind of had us to adjust based on with the equipment that we have and where we all have to set it up a little bit nicer when we're playing the opposite direction. Here's Lorraine. Taking it back to her own. In the grand scheme of things, you could say, well, she was narrow, yes, and she was like, 4 or 5 feet through, but managed to grab the jack. And even that, under these conditions, a bowl that's just 4 feet through, within 4 feet from what we've seen, has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially when the wind's kicking up, it's very difficult. Helen again. I don't think I quite got that. Mona was the only one I didn't find to tell her to watch out for the camera. So. Nice effort. Just kind of trickled on through. Let's see if I can get this far camera to work. Place your bets. Place your bets. Hey, look at that. Look at that.
Get it to move there.
There it is. I got it to move so we can see a little bit past the tee there for a change. It's I don't think I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm just, whatever the gremlins are, went away for a minute and I was thankful. It's our first U.S. Open with being able to bring you live streaming. And, we've hit all the, we've hit all the elements now in less than a week. Wind, rain, hail. And if you think we're joking, we are not. It literally did hail, and they had a stoppage, thunder, lightning.
Initiation by fire.
Yeah, no kidding. And I've been here every day giving the broadcasts, and I'm very appreciative for Melanie Visner to sit in with me so I don't sound like a lunatic talking by myself all the day. It's nice to have somebody to talk to besides the usual voices in my head.
I get to join in your lunacy.
Here's Mona, just a little short. All right, let's see if it's kind of a nice little view here. Let's see if Michele can just keep working on Lorraine's front bowl here that she's got. I'm sure these two have known each other for a very, very long time. I don't know if they've played together or not, but they've been kind of legends in the sport. Good bull. I think Michele got in there for the count. I think it might be 3 now.
It's at least 2. I saw.
I'm not sure about the third one. That one should be second shot that Michele just delivered. And they do have that other great one of Lorraine's.
Is that a run back? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Couldn't figure out which whether it was coming back or not. And trying to.
You should get that ball.
Well, I don't think it was going to come back. So I think she
It
was
was
just.
on the correct bias. It doesn't matter if it was coming
I think they decided that
back.
if
It's
it
okay.
went.
That's just what it would say. I can do whatever they want.
Michele kind of overthrew that one, put it in the ditch. I want to get back to that, but let's watch this last ball. These ladies are playing much quicker than
Yes,
the
they are.
group before that we saw. So we're kind of having to adjust and keep going. They were a little more deliberate in the previous game, so they're moving right along. This looks like a good effort. Wonder if it's going to make the turn. Is Mona going to make the turn here? Trying really hard, fighting the wind. Could be second shot. Let's see what the. Yep, she did. Cut it to 1. Nice bull there. Lee cut it to 1, but it's still 4-0. Up to 4. So I know the rule is that if a bull in its original course is disrupted by a bull in another head, then in theory you would get it back again. But unless it's determined that it was not going to make its way back. But you're the Newick, so.
The ruling would be a bull that's on its correct bias must be redelivered if it is prevented from finishing its course back into its own rank.
Oh.
There, and you don't predict whether or not it might have or might not have made it all the way back. The responsibility in that case was really on the team playing next to them to get out there and lift their bull.
That I know that you're not supposed to be lifting the bulls of the other, but they were busy sitting on the bench and shivering under a blanket. So
yes.
But yes, that is obviously the proper rule. So unless she just determined that it was not going to come back, and then on her honor said, but again, like you said, it's like, well, that's not what the rule is.
And it was interrupted by the bulls, so we don't really know. Can't predict the future.
She was kind of like betwixt and between. It's like, well, I'm not supposed to touch it, but I know it. You could see her mind working as she was standing there.
I will remind folks that when I make rulings, it's based on what the laws say, not on what I might do during a game myself, in order to play by the laws and to play by good sportsmanship. So that per the laws.
That might be an interesting. I know for the Bulls USA members, they get the home stumper every month that you kindly put out for everybody. I know it gives a lot of people to dive into their rule books to see what it is once a month. Usually come on the first of the month, right? I think at the first of the month you have that come out. So a little bit of an over adjustment by Lorraine, but here's a great adjustment by Ho here.
And there is the president of Bulls USA helping us at our table.
Trying to fix our sign.
Trying to fix our sign, yes.
You know, God bless you if you think you can do it, Veronica. I tried it literally 10 times.
Should we take it off? Can we just take it off?
I know it looks a lot better when it's down, but Mother Nature is not cooperating. See if it holds this time. Maybe the Prez has the magic touch. Speaking of touch, there's a nice bull by Lorraine. Jack high. Second shot. This is a nice slow view here. Kind of seeing the path of the bowls. See the players off in the distance. See us shivering on the right.
You can see me with my towel over my head. Hoping that helps with blocking the wind blowing in.
Not a bad play here by Ho to put it all the way in the back. I mean, she did have one right behind, and kind of keeping an eye on that one. We're a little vulnerable there. And I don't know if they know Michele, but I know Michelle's got every shot in the bag. She's not afraid to drive if she needs to.
Crossing over, I had the pleasure of sharing an Airbnb with Michele Arculli, who's recently in Milwaukee. I've known her for 20 years, and I finally said, "How do you say her last name?" It is Arculli.
Arculli.
Yes, and I think everybody calls her Arculli.
I think everybody has said Arculli, and if she says it's Arculli, who am I to argue with her? So I will correct it because because a lot of people know her father, the legend Skip
Yep,
Arculli,
Arculli.
but I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say the phrase. Everybody's always said Arculli, but
Yeah.
Arculli will be from my lips as far as I can help it.
I didn't know.
Well, there goes that.
We need the president of Bowls USA to come back here. Fix her.
Actually, might have made it worse.
We need more duct tape, I think.
This is
Oh, you have to.
gotta show Markovich. Jeannie, give me a hand here. Trying to see if we get all the duct tape on the world to try and keep our sign down. That's going to take my fingerprints.
Okay, let's see. Back to what was going on. I don't think there's been any big change in the head while we've been dealing with our sign issues.
All right. One more piece. CB says one more piece. Oh, that was a good one.
This bowl will make no difference. Okay, here comes the last bowl again.
Good, I think we're gonna do. Oh, okay.
By Miss Ho.
Thank you, ladies, for your assistance.
Yes.
Thank you, Jean.
I wish I were out there playing. But
Thanks, CB.
Cheryl. Oh, just missed the little wick in. But they come up with one.
Lee and Ho get one.
Yep.
Get on the board. Looking at 4-1 after 4. In this miserable day in Juneau, Alaska. Oh, I'm sorry. Sun City, Arizona. Reykjavik, Iceland. It just, as we're sitting here right now, shivering, it's hard to believe that this year they set a record here in the Phoenix, Sun City, Arizona area where they had 100 days in a row of 100-degree temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't think the record, I think, before was 83 or something like that. And they got to 100 days in a row. That seems not real.
Pretty long day.
Yeah, but I think this is the first time with the man having
Lee and Ho.
let's see. Yeah, we got a view here. It's a
Lovely.
nice opener.
Just
A little toucher on the jack. Very nice. Good pull there. A little narrow, but it's a good position. Not too bad. I mean, and just with this wind and the conditions, it's just because it's kind of now it's kind of coming and going, and when it's blowing, it is not light. This is Lorraine Hitchcock. fellow Hall of Famer, 2023 inductee into the Bulls USA Hall of Fame. I didn't get a chance to see her last year, so I gave her a nice big hug before we started to congratulate her. I haven't seen her since. So it's quite the honor. Here's Helena. I think it's Helena. She is taking bundled up to a new one. One ball in the green right now. Right, here's Lorraine. It's going to slow down. This will be a really good position right there. Yeah, it's got the shot. Nice. That's where you want that first one to be, right behind. Maybe a big yard through is okay, especially given the conditions, and then just kind of try and come back from there. And Mona seems to like it. Let's see if she's right. Just needs to stop. Just slow down a bit. It's usually this is where it sails. The wind just kind of is right directly behind it. But it's a good bowl. Interesting. Don't see. Yeah, they're down. Michele. Arculli. I gotta try and Arculli. That's years of counter programming. And I bet she told you with a smile.
She said she will answer to anything.
Hey, lady. A little short there by Lorraine. It's ladies crossover.
I was going to ask you, Scott, have you put raffle tickets for the sets of balls that are being given away?
I have not put in raffle tickets for it. But I know that they're out there. Did you put yours in?
I have not yet, but I'm certainly giving it a good thought about doing it.
Yes, because the Pencil Lights giving away 4 sets of bowls for people who are buying raffle tickets. So if you're interested, thank you very much to Pencil Light USA for sponsoring and having a raffle for some bowls. Man, just look at that thing just sail. The wind just kind of grabs it. That looked tracking really good, and it ended up barely in bounds. All right, there's Michele. Arculli. That's what I said. Arculli. It's just not Arculli. Arculli.
Yeah, you got me doing it.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
I just call that pretty. It's nice. Oh, we have another sign failure. I'm gonna have to pay you, Cheryl.
Yeah, I need a part-time job.
There's all the donuts you can eat inside. Oh, you need a donut. Okay.
Never met a donut I didn't like.
Oh, womp womp. That is the last of our duct tape.
It was big. It was big. We have nothing to hold it off.
It's not sharp, but certainly got
See our president thinking strongly. She's got some bungee cords, and she's going to try and wrap our sign down.
Can I take this bag?
unfortunate there for Michele. She's got a little wreck there. See, Mona got kind of close on the last one. She's had two pretty good efforts at this. Michelle's wondering what she should do in the conversation with the It's so windy, I can't hear.
Thank you, Madam President.
Time. Paper towel invasion. Paper towel invasion. Animal on the green. Paper towels. Paper towel blowing down the middle of the green. They're gone. Jean just gave up.
In case it hasn't been clear, it's windy.
Alright, here's Michele. She's trying to backhand. I think she's trying to see if she can add to it. Find this little pocket in here. Clean draw. See if it's going to turn at the end. A little zesty. Go all the way into the ditch here. But I'm pretty sure they got a point. I think it's just one. Should just be one. One more for Arculli and Hitchcock. Action going on here. Trying to keep our booth intact. They haven't done the board yet, so. But it's 5-1 after 5. The second flight semifinal of women's pairs. Lorraine. Pretty good opening bowl there.
Very nice.
Just, a little short. Maybe just grading on a curve. Because the conditions, it's how much it affects everything. Great ball by Helena. Look at this. That's well done. Very nice. Very nicely bowled. Shout out to Mike Watts, who's watching in. Wow, we're talking about pronunciation. Aberystwyth. Hope I got that right, sir. Thank you for commenting and watching. It's like a Welsh flag. Here's the Hall of Famer. It's never going to get old to say.
Never.
That's never going to get old.
So well deserved.
She done so much for bowls, continues to do stuff for bowls all the time. Just one of my favorite people. Had a just brilliant bowl, fighting these conditions. She can do it again. So both of these teams have obviously done well. I mean, they had to finish to get into the second flight, and they had to be one of the top 8 qualifiers from yesterday. They just happened to lose their first game, which dropped them down into the second flight here today. But they managed to finish the top 8 yesterday. So both these teams have been in good form. Here's Lorraine again. Really wants to be positive, arriving at the head, which she's done. Just kind of floats around, but that's a really good bowl there. Kind of got it framed there. That's where Helena really should have been putting her second ball in out. now it's got to be a little dicey for her to put her third bull there because she doesn't want to move the jack to the reins. USA made a reasonable investment into our equipment here. This is our first time being able to broadcast a major event like the US Open with this equipment. So we'll be making adjustments, improvements, and welcome your comments, and especially if you're likes and subscribes, that will really help us a lot. And we're doing our best here. Pretty good bull. Good opener for Michele. I kind of like that weight. I mean, I don't know if she's trying for the clean draw. There is a draw to be had there. And she puts another in the back. I think Mona would be well served to put one behind. They don't have one there right now. And Michele does have a drive, an excellent one. She's kind of three up, right? Three in the back.
They have a score, I see.
Yeah. And this is kind of a miss in my mind for Mona. I don't know if she's, and it's just not really doing anything. It's kind of a blank, not a block and not a back ball. So here's Michele. See if she's going to try to just draw in a draw again. It's a pretty tight head. You know, it's not a lot of room to draw, especially under these conditions. It may be tough on a good day. It's a pretty good effort. It's going to try and get you a side piece. You can see. See Helena trying to call for Mona to get one all the way, get one back there. See if it's going to make the corner here. Good. And a toucher. Nice bull. Let's see what it looks like on this angle. Yeah, it looks like three. Wouldn't shock me if Michele took the green light with this one, given that she's got the three best back. I think it could be two and a measure. Let's call it a measure with that one in the back. I'm not sure if that gray one of Lorraine's is in closer. Can't really tell in the angle, either from here or from here. Especially with Lorraine's kind of laying down. I think I don't know if you found this, Mel. I was talking to the viewers yesterday about it, but there's two bulls. One's kind of sitting up on the running surface and one's kind of laying down. One laying down, all things being equal, sometimes wins more than off because the belly of the bull is kind of sticking out, giving a little sneaky extra distance. So that's one of the things that I've kind of noticed over the years where it's like, well, those two look close, but if one of them's laying down like that, that one might be the shot more often than not.
Well, Scott.
You haven't heard that based on.
Oh, no, I've heard that lots of times from lots of people, but it's the plane coming up from, it's where that vertical plane is, and it's either closer or not.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, when in doubt, measure it, sure.
Of course.
But I mean, when I'm just like in this kind of situation, like, well, which one's closer? I'm not going to go. I mean, you and I are the same mindset when it comes to it. I don't do, like we covered Lauren and Aaron, and they like to use their fingers to kind of do the measuring and then go. And I just like, if it's close, I just grab my tape. But they also don't keep their tape with them. I always have mine in my pocket, so I just whip it out and I just measure.
And I carry my calipers on my lifter.
There you go.
Which, that would be a caliper measure for me.
So
best measured, I think, going if the distance is correct for them, be your calipers. Oh, yeah. 3.
It is 3, yeah. So 3 big ones for Lee Ho. That's fun to say. So they cut it to 5-4 there after that end. Michele just cut a little bit of a blank with her last. I was curious if she was going to have a go at it, but she kind of did not what you want of coming up short when you're down, as it is 3 in the head. She had all the position too. But she must not have liked it. She must have liked the draw a little bit better. She didn't quite make it, I guess. Lorraine had bundled herself up, and now she's taken off a layer.
And
Guess.
following the normal advice, if you are the second to roll the jack because it was misdelivered the first time, you lift the mat, put it in a little different positioning, and roll the length. Bowls 1 over.
All right, we're going all the way to the tee here. But as mat is pulled up a little bit, so Michele was having trouble kind of keep the jack still.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little shot of the flag that you can see behind it, kind of swirling a little bit.
If our listeners may text us and let us know what your belief is on moving now to the second to roll the jack.
Pretty solid opener from Helena. Ideal position would be just behind, but she's going just in front. Probably zip code, something to work off of. Let's see what Lorraine's got here. This looks pretty good. Kind of traveling a bit. I wonder if she's going to gobble this jack up. Just touched it, which makes it much better.
Very nice.
I thought Mona was saying we still got one, and then from the camera, but then I looked and she said, no, you're this far away.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 fingers up, not one. Here's Helena. Let's see if this sucker's going to swing all the way in. I think this one's going all the way into the ditch. The wind's got it now, and it's not letting go. All right. Lorraine, I wouldn't adjust a thing. Same bowl. She's really, really good for Hall of Fame. To be fair, I do that with like the Highlands. Heather too. There's Lorraine again. That's well played. It's 2 really, really good bowls. Really good bowls.
Referring to Marina and Ivan.
Yeah, Marina and Island, who were the 2023 inductees into the Bowls USA Hall of Fame, husband and wife. And both very accomplished bowlers.
Originally hailing from South Africa.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, just a little touch on the jack. I wonder who's holding. Yep, Michele says they're still holding.
Mm-hmm.
A little dicey for, Lorraine is asking which hand to go. She's, now she doesn't have the position as much after the jack move in the bowl center, so she's thinking about switching. She's asking Michele. Now she's got she's going to switch over. Because she's got the catcher from this, so what we mean by that is if she happens to hit the jack, it's going to tend to go in the direction, of following through a path of the bowl, so she can pick up that jack and drag it to her own, and she doesn't want to do that on the other hand and hit the jack and knock it to her opponent. So, but that's one of the things when you switch hands, especially when the lines are so different because of the wind, you're not exactly sure what you're going to get. So sometimes you're constantly weighing that choice of do you play a little riskier shot on the hand that you played pretty well, or do you switch and play the other hand that you might not have known so well because you haven't played it in a bit, but it's safe. But that's part of the game. Just wants to beat that one. Oh man, that was really good weight. Michele thinks she's going to make this corner. It shows you how much this thing's going to turn to get around those two bulls. So she's got to get around both of those bulls in front. She didn't really hesitate at all to think she was going to go this way. She's just pretty heavy. This is going to go all the way to the ditch, but it might have been a good road, honestly. Doesn't want to do much. In fact, I think even the same ball would be helpful. Maybe take a fraction more grass because her weight was exceptional. She just happened to touch that ball. Let's see how far this is going to come in. And taking it just behind. It stayed up just out of a camera view. Give you a side view that you can see that ball is just kind of hanging on there. Right, Michele's letting her go. She's going to try it again. Just probably wants to cut the pace. I think that line was pretty good. Here it comes in. Let's see if it's going to cut the corner around these two bulls. This looks really good if the weight's right. Oh man, that's a great effort. Great effort there. You see what Helena is calling for, and rightly so, to try and come all the way around to that measure bowl. So I think they've got the next three. If that one would go away. I don't think she's made it. Not quite.
What do you think Michele would do here?
She doesn't seem to have any problems with it. I mean, she didn't even hesitate. I think she thinks she can make this shot. She's got to just make the adjustment. She doesn't need a whole lot more weight. She's had two tries at this. I think she missed it this time. She smiles when she's losing. She smiles when she's winning.
Absolutely.
I love Michele. Who doesn't?
Oh, that's right. A veterinarian by trade.
And she loves the animals.
I hope so.
All right. Measuring both of these balls. This is Lorraine, wasting no time. See if we get the signal here. She'll do one up. And measure again, I guess. This measure brought to you by the Nixon Group, your Orange Realtors. Nixon Group has provided a lot of sponsorship in the South Central Division and this year's U.S. Open. I know a lot of people that reached out to the Nixon Group when they wanted to relocate either within the area of Arizona or coming out from, let's say, California or other places in the U.S. out here. So thank you to the Nixon Group for your sponsorship. We need an umpire. See if they have somebody or if Melanie's going to get drafted. Oh, here comes Jim. It's good to see Jim Roth coming in.
A Canadian bowler who spends his winters down here in Sun City and has graciously volunteered to
think he's just got the equipment and he's going to give it to Gene because I think he's...
His back.
his back's been bothering him, so it's like the worst thing. So this official measure is brought to you by Sparms. Sparms provides innovative solutions in sun safety. I've seen more than a few people wearing the Sparms covers, sunshade covers on their arms out here. So thank you for your sponsorship, Sparms.
I was looking at that name last night and went, oh, I get it. SP, sun protection, arms.
There is a method to the madness.
There is.
And Scan Health Plan, not-for-profit Medicare Advantage organization. Scan provides health care coverage to Medicare beneficiaries in California, Arizona, Texas, and Nevada. Mission to help seniors stay independent and healthy. Thank you for your sponsorship, Scan Health Plan. And of course by Aero Bowls. Aero Bowls, same line every time. Thank you to Aero Bowls for their sponsorship of the U.S. Open, and especially for our coverage here in the live streaming. Thank you to Aero Bowls. Getting a close measure here. Trying not to put the pressure on. I'm trying to show something. Let's show a little bit of the wind here. Thank you to Barry Bowling Systems. Thank you for your sponsorship, Barry Bowling Systems, longtime sponsor. Made friends with David Aarons from Barry Bowling Systems. Makes this trip over from Australia every couple of years or so. We usually seem to find each other. So thank you, David, and thank you to Barry Bowling Systems for your sponsorship of the U.S., continued sponsorship of the U.S. So thank you very much. All right, measure might be over now. Do we have a result? Yes, we do. It's 1 for Liho to tie it up. Tie it up. 5-5 after 7. So what kind of light they're going to go with here? See if they can keep it in bounds. I like shifted both ways. And I went to this way and that way and came back around, and goodness. And my thanks to Pat Binney for the blanket. I owe her a Coke. Or warm toddy.
There you go.
All right, first bowl. So it might be a little short here. About a yard, 4 feet. I prefer to be a yard or 4 feet through the first one.
A shout out to my sister Laura Amundsen, who lives here in Sin City West, for providing me with a beautiful knit cowl to wear and a blanket to bring along.
Nice to have friends and family in the area.
It is.
Lorraine's matched her, essentially. Getting a little bit short, about 5 feet. Get on the forehand. Once they add the 2 yards would be a pretty good add here, I think. And it'd float around the bowls and then right to the jack, or just a little behind, like to that little cross. A little too much there, a little bit of an overcorrection. Lorraine's second. I think she might have done also with similar of a correction. It's going to end up right, except in front of Michele instead of behind Michele. So they both kind of almost done the same thing. A bit of follow the leader here. Let's see, both of these ladies dial it in. there. That shot drawn right there. Really nice.
Absolutely.
Nice adjustment there from Helena. I'd like to see. I think the Hall of Famer will make a similar adjustment here. Probably put it right between. She just kind of needs a Goldilocks bowl, as I like to call it. She was too cold, too hot. Needs one just right.
These are the ones I like. Love it when
Stick with the forehand. I think she's got the weight, but I think she's going to miss the line. Just kind of missed the line, but she had the weight that was there. And I think Lee Ho's got, I think, probably holding 2 right now as they cross over. While we're doing shout-outs, I want to do a shout-out to the Bulls USA treasurer, Kelly Warren, who we've both known for a very long time. He's recovering from surgery, which has gone well. For those of you who are wondering about Kelly, it's gone very well, and he's just at home resting. He sent me a note a couple days ago saying that he was enjoying the coverage, so hopefully he's watching today and recuperating and just taking it easy as he should be. So get well soon, buddy. We miss you. Wish you were here.
yes, we do.
Got a note also from Gary Barnes, who's a Southwest Division counselor and website master, saying that it's windy at our home club, Laguna Beach, California. I don't know if it's quite this windy, and I doubt it's this cold.
It's wonderful, sunny Southern California.
When Cam's back after doing his juniors training, he asked if we got danger pay for the last match. I appreciate the sentiment, Cam, and my response is pay.
Our pay is all of you out there sending us nice little texts, and
I'll settle for likes and subscribes. That would be nice
that would be good too.
to help boost us, our viewership and get more people to watch our streams, and hopefully we can get some more sponsors who can help us to be able to improve our coverage, improve our equipment.
Sound booth would be one of them.
Something warm. Ladies are kind of fighting it a little bit, not getting particularly close here. So I'd like to see the adjustments here. All right, here's Michele with her second. I don't think she's out of the way. They're both just kind of fighting it a little bit, not getting particularly close. And we're getting the universal signal of, you haven't been very close, I'm going to put a foot out here.
Is that what that is? Excuse me, but back here, please.
Yeah, it's just one thing when you ask for a foot. Can you give me a foot? When one comes unbidden, and after you've thrown a couple blanks, I usually see that as right here, dummy. The jack is here. Maybe I read that wrong, but that's how I take it. Better
Personally,
effort.
I love a foot in the head, except I must admit, I only like white shoes in the head. If they're black, I can't see them anyway. So, yeah.
I'd like to see Michele out. She needs a couple yards here to get into this head, and they're down. She had no business. I mean, she would be the first to say there's no business being short here. This would have been better for her first bowl. She could have just but she's clocked it all the way through. 2 more for Lee and Ho, who've won 3 in a row now. Now take their first lead in the match, 7-5. At the halfway point of this 16-end match. 2024 U.S. Open Women's Pairs second flight semifinal match. Currently leading Lee and Helena Ho over Michele Arculli and Lorraine Hitchcock.
Well
See,
done,
I
Scott.
put a little double L there as my little signal for
Yeah.
the phonetics. So I'm going to try and do it in my mind. See, it's only got one L, so I think that's where it throws people. Well, here's Pat, our savior. Thank you, Pat, for the blankets.
And the towel that's over my head.
I was telling everybody I owe you a Coke.
That's not a problem.
Or something warm if you want.
So I put on the OLBA website that this game is live right now. So I did see some subscribers. I don't know if they popped up from Ontario or not.
Here's the first bull here.
For some reason,
Good bull,
the
I
coverage is a
know.
bit blurry. No, sometimes the coverage is like blurry. It's not that clear.
That's probably being but
Okay. Yeah. But you can still pick up the wind.
can you hear?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Just a little too much grass there for my another shot. As you can see where her ball kind of barely stayed in bounds. There's Helena again. I know Pat was trying to anything to note.
She said that the Pat Benny just came over to let us know that the coverage is sometimes, or the picture is sometimes fuzzy. I'm guessing that's wiggling by the wind of the cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have one of the pieces of equipment we have, and Gary Barnes was also telling me, it's like, why is it so bright? We usually have these little shaders that we put over top of the cameras to help kind of reduce it, but they also act as a sail. And I'm not joking, because it does, and they'd be flapping all over the place, so we decided to go without them. That's what we had before, is we had those up the first day, and it literally toppled them right on over, and we had a piece of equipment get damaged. So the chair, Lauren Dion, LD, got a replacement part, and so we were able to just kind of pick it up the next day. This was that day that we had to shorten the coverage for men's singles qualifying. So we're back in business, trying to make the most of it. Good bull there, again by Helena. Lorraine is a little bit off for her first two. Let's see if she can dial it in for this third one. This looks pretty good. Might be a little steamy again. Just a little. See if it's going to drop under the second one. I don't even think there was a path between those two bowls. But, reasonable third bowl there. Being holding two and got one in the back. So pretty good lead play from Helena there.
Heather Stewart, a past Bowls USA president, is sitting to my right. And a Hall of Famer.
Another Hall of Famer here.
Yes, indeed. One-time Team USA player.
She was actually my wife, Linda Pretzel Roberts. People know they were partners in the tournament. And they were not playing. My wife flew back. I did not have the best of days yesterday. That happens. Another pretty solid opener there. Good first pull. First ball by Mona. All right. Michele needs to kind of make some hay here. I'd like to see her have a good solid first attempt at this. It's a pretty open draw. Just kind of fighting the weight a little bit. When she came up short, she'd been better served being like 2 yards through, and she could have hit that outside bowl. Even on draw, trying to draw, she could have come with a little extra weight and hit that front ball, and it could have come right in for a shot. When you're down, be up. There's a reason why that's a good saying. Getting eclipsed by Lorraine here, so I'll switch over here for 1 second. See if this is going to stay around. Man, just the finish on these bowls is just ridiculous. It's
You could
amazing.
tell by the body language
Yeah,
of
just
her
the-
partner was like, oh,
Lean.
stop up.
All right.
And put her hands again.
Here we go, Michele. Let's see if you can add this yard here. Not too far away. This looks pretty good. Is it going to slow down? Is it going to slow down? Nice shot there. There it is. She was due. Great bull, Michele.
Very, very.
Great bull. Still a lot of things to work with. Ramona's really, I mean, that one bull, it's a great bull by Michele, but it's pretty lonely. Any kind of action on it is going to move it to one of the Team Lee Ho's bulls. Let's see if she can get a piece of it. Just under. But I like the weight and I like the thought. Nice try there.
Michele has the last bull here. Let's see if she can make it 2 for her team.
Ryan's kind of looking to see,
Let's do it again.
give her some intel. This is one of the, I assume she was calling for her to just kind of put it out and just not cross the center line. This is one of the drills that we like to do for the coaching is for these kind of reasons. Like you want to draw between this bull and the center line to get one into the count but not have any jack movement. It's amazing how many times this happens. And she's made a pretty good effort. She did come across, but she finished short. Don't know if she quite made it or not. Let's see if it just won.
2?
2. She made it for 2.
She made it. Got it done.
Excellent bull there. See, because you want them miss correctly. So she didn't want to miss through. You either want to miss short or you want her to miss wide so that you didn't move the jack. And she, turns out, missed short, but it was enough to put it in. So technically not a miss, but she didn't hit the head. So she's knotted it back up at 7. 2 great bowls from Michele Arculli there. And we're all tied after 9 ends. Haven't seen a lot of real differences with Matt and Jack. Like nothing extreme really. Not like we were seeing in that last game. We're going a little long here. I think they're pretty close to the tee, if not flat out on the tee. Let's go with this view. This will be nice, at least for a little bit. This rain while this is traveling. The wind's got it now. Let's see if it stays in. So much for that view. Rain a little heavy and narrow. It's just not even good about it. She's going to go the narrow hand. The visitor approved hand. Really fighting the wind to see if it would come back.
Nice weight.
Yeah, good weight. Again, this wind is just kind of strong and gusting, and it's just, you see the rain's going to go on this forehand, so it's playing with the wind, so it's making this wider. It's coming across the head. Let's see if she's going to, yeah, that's a great adjustment there. That's a great bull. That's a great bull. I mean, she did come across, but she made a significant adjustment in her line. Finished probably 2 feet behind at most. Sticking. You can see just the difference in the line that they're taking because of the wind. She might be maybe no, it's gonna curl. Pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's
Oh man!
Just hang on.
I'll show you a view there. You can see it just by the 2, right at the base of the flagpole. You see the 2 of the bull just kind of set there and stopped it. All right, here's the rain again. See if she could do something similar. I wouldn't make any adjustment. You can see how far wide she's coming out. It's passed out the one boundary marker well late coming in. I think she's at a little too much weight. Should stay in. Yeah, it's an okay
Still
ball.
crossing over. Wow.
Yeah.
Very wide
We'll stick with this view, and you can see Helena's bull said she's going to play the forehand, and she probably won't even. It might mean halfway into this square here. Not even. Yeah, it's about halfway, and that's about all. To give you an idea of the width, let's see if it's going to make it all the way back. It's a pretty good effort here. Her weight looks really good. Yeah, that's a really, really nice bull there. Well done there. A great match between the Americans and Canadians here.
America and Canada have had many good matches over the years.
Indeed.
we no longer play the North American Challenge. That long-standing, every other year, Team USA, Team Canada event.
That was my plan was for that to be my last international event, and then COVID wiped it out. So, which is a shame.
Yep. And last year was 2018 for that event.
Usually an event dominated by the Canadians, but not that year. I think it was the first time the U.S. swept everything. It was 2018. We were both on that team.
We were both on that team, yeah.
I know we remember it well with fond memories. Fond memories of that.
Absolutely.
Not for nothing. I know where the trophies ended up. I got them all. I'm waiting for a home, or to tell me to do something different with them besides have them in a box underneath my pinball machine.
That's right. You have a pinball machine.
I got two.
That's true.
Wow, great bowl there by Mona.
Yes.
Another solid one.
Two there, right?
Yeah, they're definitely holding two. Yeah. Here's Michele. You can see how wide again this is playing this hand, and she's got no fear of that. Just trying to get the mix right. See if she's cut the weight. Look at this. Oh man, nice effort there. Another solid bowl. I haven't seen anybody really play with any kind of weight in this game. It's been a pure draw game. Oh, Mona's taking a lot of grass here. I don't think this one's coming back. She might be it might make it all the way back. It barely stayed in here. I'll give you a view here. Barely stayed in the corner. You could just barely make it out in the back there. It just barely stayed in. Michelle's going to stick with this wide hand. See if she can just make a small adjustment. Even if she comes across a little narrow with right weight that you could hit into that front bowl that's counting, that would be helpful too.
Good.
Little drag here for three is in the men. Look at this. Is it going to sit on those bulls there?
Wow.
Oh, wow. What a shot.
Nice.
I think they're going to, Helena's going to look and give I didn't get a quite read whether she was holding or not. But great bowl on Michele. I think Lorraine's yanked Helena's chains, so she's not getting the view. We want to see this one come in. Coming on the forehand. I think she wants to be a little positive. She can afford to hit into these two bowls. She could hit that second bowl and kind of rock her out. She's taking it a little too high. Let's see if, again, I think it's a measure, but no, Lorraine's got the map. Yeah, Michele did it. That was a great shot. Beautiful bowl. You can see all the traveling and everything. That's not for the faint of heart, that shot, and well executed. So 8-7 now. This has been a really good, close game, kind of back and forth. Seems like both teams kind of getting a rhythm. Lorraine's been kind of, I think she's working on the same set of grass, and kind of pulling the mat up a little bit and going to the tee. Stayed in. Give you an idea there. Here's Michele. On the tee there. Famer Lorraine Hitchcock's first bowl here. 8-7. A little heavy, not the start you want.
Do you think maybe the next time she's up there that she'll get the foot?
I don't think so. I've been given the foot before, and I've done the same thing and then gotten the foot. I only say this not to mock others, but to mock myself, because I have seen the foot come out many a time. Look at this start.
Beautiful start.
Nice ball. They've been pretty consistent on playing the narrow hand, while the Americans have been playing the wide hand. And I think on the whole, I have to say that the Canadians, Lee-Ho have been playing it. They've been getting a little bit more on the line, though. A lot of it's been like kind of a saving grace of Michele in some cases. Wow, look at this.
Lorraine does not need the foot.
No, she does not. That is a beautiful bull right there, right behind. You can just make out the second shot there, just over Mona's shoulder. So I'm going to stick on this camera angle so you can see that, just over the nape of her collar. Well, I don't know if Helena liked that one. She kind of put her head down and she's kind of waving it away. It happens.
It does.
We all throw blanks.
But the weight was there.
Yeah, she liked the weight and it managed to make its way back. So Mona said, not so bad. Not so bad. Right. Here's the ring. Probably going to try to do it again. Don't want to do much different here. This is just an exceptional bowl. One of the best bowls we've seen in this match, frankly. It's so hard to be consistent when the conditions are changing. You could throw the same, have the same stroke. But look at this. Look at this by Lorraine. Yeah, another great bowl. I'd like to see Helena be a little positive here. A little positive here. Trying to see Jack or bull here action. Kind of controlling either side. She's missed either side. So I'd like to see her come to just a little bit of pressing weight and see if she can get one of the two bulls. Don't lose your bull. I never like to see a lead lose their bull. Try and give you a couple angles here. Okay, good. Thank you. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Now you could see if she had a similar kind of weight as the first two, she could have come into that bowl and sit, or she could hit the jack. Even if she was a yard over, that would be helpful. She could hit either one of those bowls or the jack, and it would have all been positive for her side. But she's opted to put another one in the head, so there's kind of a little triangle of doom there, but Lorraine was able to put two in there. One of the better heads we've actually seen. It's just and not from the quality of play, it's just that conditions are so rough out here. Wind is kind of coming and going, and it's cold, and yet now the sun's out. Layers.
I haven't removed any layers yet.
All right, here's Michele Arculli. I got it down now.
It's Arculli.
Arculli. God, I was patting myself on the back. What a bowl, my Michele. I'm just gonna call her Michele.
It works.
It's almost like R. Kelly, but it's Arculli. I don't even know. I'm gonna write that down. So. Great bowling, Michele. Now they're checking the scorecards. This scorecard check is brought to you by Jai Thai. Jai Thai, thank you very much for your sponsorship at this U.S. Open. For any of the players who are in the area, if you have your badge on, you get 50% off your meal. Thank you for your sponsorship, Jai Thai.
Make sure that it's clear that that's 15%.
15, 1-5.
Yes.
It's 1-5. Don't ask for 5-0. That will not happen. And don't tell them I sent you for 5-0. No.
Okay,
no, stop.
I won't say it.
You just bite that tongue right there, lady. Right, here's Mona. Again, I think it's the same kind of shot. It's a pretty tight head. It's going to be tough to draw to, so I think you really want to be attacking weight here. Just really wanted to kind of turn on in. I like this a lot. I like this effort. I like that weight, even though she lost the... See, she can afford to lose the bulls because Helena put 3 on the green, and so... There's nothing wrong with that. Michele with just a spectacular draw. I mean, both of these American ladies have just had 3 beautiful draws here. Let's see if Michele can do it again. Don't want to touch that one. Hitting that one's okay. Look at that. 4 beauties. I think they've got a 4-banger here right now. She's asking for the count. I mean, she even put it in a good spot. She really turned the head over where it was open for like a jack or bull shot. Now that's gone. Forcing Mona to take a look because the head's kind of changed on her. You could see she was trying to play. I think she was trying to play what I was calling for, like that jack or bull shot on that weight, because she had enough weight clearly because she was plowing into it. You know, she was went into the ditch, but get another shot of the head. But you can see that's kind of off now. Definitely not as is easy to just kind of take it clean. They're talking about, you can see she's trying to say, why don't you just kind of come to this bowl here? And it's really not wanting, I mean, it turns, but not as much, nowhere near as much as it turns on the other hand. There's really nothing to be, it's going to be a tough, I mean, nearly a pure draw to try and even cut it down on the forehand.
For our non-bowling watchers, visits to the head are restricted in that the leads, the first two ladies to bowl, may never come down to look at the head. But your skips may come down and have a look at it.
Yeah, I think that's after their first bowl, I believe.
Yes. Come down and look at it after their second and third.
All right, Mona's going to stick with the backhand here, playing this narrow hand, which I don't blame them. They've been pretty consistent with playing this. They haven't played a lot of the wide hands, so they would know it a little better. It might help them for playing anything with kind of a press or weight, which I think they're going to have to get here. Yeah, just kind of.
Nice try.
You can see that that's the attempt because, I mean, she wasn't shy with the weight.
Absolutely.
So I
And
think
she
she's.
has one more bowl to turn.
Yeah, and she was just high on both of them. So even if you just really want to hit any of that, from that little swath of hitting any of the four bowls that are counters, even if she hits the inside bowl of her own in the front, it won't hurt her, and it might redirect and get part of the head that way.
Mm-hmm.
But she really wants any part, I think, of like maybe a heavy hit onto her own bowl on the side, anything in that wing, but she'd be better served to being over and trying to hit it. But it is a pretty narrow profile to Michele and Lorraine's credit. Michele really doesn't want to make the profile any bigger, but she'd love to put another one in for a count. She's played 2 stunners so far. See if she can get a third. Something behind wouldn't be awful too. Doesn't want to touch this bowl. Don't want to touch that bowl. Kind of turned it over once. She might have cut it. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to assume that they're eyeballing it to see what the count might be now.
I'm thinking that there's a clear view of the jack now. Oh, she's showing.
I mean, she really wants to play this backhand because she's playing it already, but she's worried about Michelle's bowl. Michelle's bowl, as opposed to a block or a guard, might be more of a redirect, I think. Oh, no, she's switching over. She's going to try the forehand here to try and come in the path. It's just, it's your first time. I mean, they haven't played this hand very much at all, so really needs it to drop and get a piece of something here. Even if she hits that half of that bowl and push it in.
Very nice try.
It was a good try.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I could still see if she could have kept with her hand, and then if she was a little high, like she wasn't, she could have hit the inside half of that other ball and have it redirect into the head, which would have helped the cause, of course. Let's watch them count and make sure. Yeah, they're, I think, assume 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. It is. Great hand, great bowl rather. Great series of bowls by Michele and Lorraine. They definitely deserved and well-earned 3 there to go up 11-7 after 11 ends. It's been a little more pleasant over the last half hour, would you say, Michele? Mel.
Okay. Yeah, even though the wind is still blowing, it's definitely calmed down.
Here, I think you can
Gusty.
calm down the thunder and see if I can adjust the camera a bit. No, we're not doing that today. Here's an angle, and you can see the flag, and it's much calmer. I mean, it was basically stiff earlier this morning, and now it's kind of slowed down, so we're just kind of I'll call it a heavy breeze at the moment. I mean, they have a windsock in the other corner. You can just make it out in the left half of the screen here. And the windsock that's still pretty vertical, horizontal rather. Right. Let's see if Lorraine, pretty heavy there. A couple yards through, but you managed to just have a touch on the jack, so Michele marking it. heavy also here. Healthy 3 yards through from Helena. We've kind of seen a steady dose. It's been really interesting to see that usually you find a hand, either one's more playable than the other, but the Americans have really stuck with trying to do the wide hand. They're just stuck with it the whole time. That's been the dominating hand that they've played, while the Canadians have stuck with the narrow hand. There's a great adjustment there by Lorraine, putting it about a yard, 4 feet behind. Helena wants to take a little pace off this one for sure. Kind of get back on the board, having dropped 3 ends in a row.
This is an important end for them to win.
It's a great adjustment here. You're going to get inside that, just behind it. Nice try. About a yard through. Luckily, Lorraine's a little closer. Stick with this angle here for folks who are watching. See Lorraine taking it way out there. Well past the ring boundary. And try and blow it. She's yelling, blow, wind, blow. Didn't quite make it over. Oh, we're getting the foot. Get the foot. I don't think it was that bad to get the foot.
He's saying to my skip, could you get your shadow off, Jack, please?
There's the foot. Just a little heavy. She missed the foot. Just kind of put it a little further behind. You could see again that pretty good line though.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the thing that Lee and Ho have been getting. Because they've been playing the narrow hand, they've been getting better on the line. But they haven't been scoring because Michele and Lorraine, even though, Lorraine here is kind of, you look at the other way, she's kind of all over the place, but she's still got the shot. She's got one because she's had better weight, at least in this end. Their last hand was just a stunner. They just played that so well.
Yes, even with Lorraine putting her first ball in the ditch, just amazing correction on the weight, and then 2 in a row. It's very good bullpen.
They were holding 4. Really tight. Michele Arculli. Did I get it that time? No.
Arculli.
Arculli. I should just give up.
Just call her Michele.
I'll just call her Michele. Pretty good bowl by Michele.
My guess is that Skip is watching this.
Yeah, Skip, also a Bulls USA Hall of Famer. I think the only American who's ever gotten a gold medal in a World Bulls match. Men's pairs. Let's see. Mona just, again, right on the line with the jack, and just that yard, probably about 4 or 5 feet through. Michele just wants to make a smart adjust. She's going to switch to the backhand here. Or rather the forehand here, the narrow hand. I wonder if she just said, boy, that looked easy. I could do that.
Look at that.
She made it look easy, that's for sure.
Touch her too.
Yeah, just came up and just barely touched the jack.
Here comes the chalk. It's like kind of like getting a little gold star on your bowl.
Lee Ho is they're running out of chances. Running out of time here. In danger of dropping a 4th end. Not getting, they've got great line again, but just, I'm just not sure. I think you really want to try and be play a little narrow and play it through. I think they'd be better served right now to just draw a second, if anything. it's very hard to, it's almost a two-bowl problem to get rid of a front toucher. It can be done, but it's very difficult to do. And she's going to have a better chance of doing it on the wide hand, frankly. Michelle's going to, again, play this narrow hand, drop it right behind, professionally done.
Mm-hmm.
Very well played there. It's at least 3.
When they say no short bowls in the game of bowls, a short front toucher is still the best, even though it would be considered short.
It's pretty good to have that front toucher. Okay, let's... Yeah, she's just kind of blown it by again, unfortunately. Just kind of missed her line, and this is going to be another good number here for the Americans. At least 2. 3 it is. 2 threes in a row. That's starting to be a commanding lead now. They've doubled their score, 14-7 after 12.
Doable, but everything has to go your way.
Yeah, I mean they've lost 4 ends in a row. It was 7 up. Actually, it was 7-5 even. Just like the Lee-Ho had taken gone 3 ends in a row. After only winning 1 of the first 5 ends, then they've won 3 in a row, and now haven't won another one since. They were up 7-5, and now it's 14-7. And with the way they're playing, they look like they're going to be tough to beat. Michele especially has just really poured it on here. Like the wind kind of dropped off a little bit, and just as soon as it did, she just started dialing in.
At the tee and at the distance. Couple of years maybe.
Maybe you can watch again and see if Lorraine's going to stick to this wide hand, the forehand this time. Should see it go outside the rink, or pretty close to the rink marker there, rink line, but I think she's going to be pretty narrow. You can see the difference of when it gets out past, and that's a little bit better in the center line. And she's nearly, there we go, give you a look, you can see she just clinging in, yeah. Every time I see a bowl like that, again, I think of Linda, my wife, just putting her hands up, like going, yay. Yeah, I kept it in. And again, consistently, you see Helena Mona sticking into this narrow hand. And they've been playing the line pretty well. Again, right on the center line. Right on the center line. Let's see. About maybe 2 feet. Stick with this view. It's not as I can stand the picture, but let's see if Lorraine can make the adjustment, take a little extra grass. This looks really nice. Look at this. Look at this. Great shot there. So now, let's see what Helena hasn't been really. She can afford to be positive. She wants to be, a lot of reasons to be positive. She was a couple feet short, and then she could play like a little jack or bull shot. Again, sticking to the hand that she knows. Coming through, trying to get to this little solid line, I think, that you see behind the jack would be a good target weight here, because you get a little bit of bend. At least she's positive through. When you're down, be up, and she could have hit her own ball. A lot of options there, but she's put it in the ditch. Lorraine, she's got one behind, and then she's got one right on the jack. I think the target weight here for both of these ladies is in that solid black line that you see at the bottom, just a couple feet behind, but serve both of them very well. Let's see if we'll see it. We'll switch over. See if she's going to float it right to this line. Just didn't quite turn the corner. Here's Helen again. Again, I stick with the thought. She was just, I think, a little heavy the last time. You don't want to lose your bowl here. This looks like a good effort here. Is she going to turn, come on the... Hitting anything is positive for them. Bowl, and... Oh, man. What an effort. I thought it was going to flop for a second. The wind should be blowing that in, and didn't do it. Pretty good bowls all told for the ladies, those 4 bowls were pretty solid there. Come around the sides, you can see Lorraine's kind of one in the back corner. Otherwise, it's these 4 bowls here as they cross over.
I didn't see the indication. Is Lorraine still holding with her bowl?
I think it's a closely guarded secret.
Oh,
But if I had to guess, I think it's Lorraine's. Don't think she's quite got the angle, especially, again, looking at the profile of the bowls. Lorraine's kind of coming in. The running surface is kind of pointing to it. Honestly, it's kind of the flat surface. Given it's hard to tell with her angles, but that's me trying to guess from where we're sitting.
I can't see the jack from where I'm sitting.
Oh,
See it?
too much of a glare.
Yeah, I can't see anything on your screen,
Oh,
Scott.
okay.
So I'm just talking from what I'm doing.
Oh, you're looking there? Okay.
I'm looking on the green.
Well, I'm able to see and that's what it looks like. Michele with another stunner. She's switched over to this. Oh, and she's the first to get to that solid line at the back. Michelle's kind of switched over to playing that narrow home, and she played it well. She took to it quickly. And now Mona's going to try the wide hand. It's interesting. See if she can get it all the way around. I think she's trying to play Lorraine's through would be the shot, I believe. So she's trying to come in this little arrowhead here and see if she can hit that back gray bowl and push it through. And almost. Good effort. Good effort, but didn't quite get to it.
Poking out there now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
Don't really have a good...
tempting little cherry on the tree.
Here we go. I was given instructions, but Michele should be coming again. She can. Let's see what she wants to do. Holding one, you really. Given the lead, you better serve to just stay away from the head. Finish behind would be probably what I'd be thinking. Don't come across. She's opting to kind of come a little short instead. I don't know if she necessarily liked it.
I would say by the body language, no.
When you see the smile evaporate from Michele, then there's a problem because she's always got a smile on her face. Just one of the happiest people I know.
I will be telling Michele that I am a queen bee today. She and I played a lot of spelling bee while we were in Milwaukee. The 2 of us knocked out queen bee several times. People like those word games.
Well, I like that weight from Mona, but she wasn't real close to the line. I think Michele would be good serve to put one behind, again, like she did with her first one, but staying away, staying on that side, on the professional side, stay high, don't touch anything. A little risky there, but it's okay. Just kind of gets in the mix. She kind of got away with it. You can see the shot that Helena's calling for her to stick it on the come through, be a little positive, but arriving, take the corner, turn the corner, grab the jack, and just kind of pull it to them for 2, potentially 3, depending on how much of the jack she can get. She just didn't get really close with the line with her. Just didn't turn like she wanted to. Just kind of staying out there, right in the boundary marker and not coming back. I know it's trying, but I think it's just too late. It's going to be one more for Arculli and Hitchcock. 5 ends in a row now. Pretty commanding 15-7 lead after 13 ends in this second flight semifinal of the 2024 U.S. Open women's pairs. Up 8 with 3 to play, and there must be a winner. So, as you well know, Mel, it means that they don't necessarily have to play all the ends.
They do not.
They can resign at any time, unlike on the qualifying day. But there must be a winner. So if they were tied after regulation, they'd play an extra one.
It's win or lose today.
And Lorraine sticking to, I they've really gotten this wide hand pretty well dialed in. Lorraine had a little trouble the last time, but she got one in, and that was enough. She's got another one in here. She's played it pretty well. Just a foot, according to what Mona was saying. Oh, we're getting a foot here. And I think this is a called for foot. So I think she probably can't. It might be that the jack's hooded and she can't see it.
I would think that it would be, yes. I would be asking my skip, if I was leading, to please put a foot in the jack.
Here's coming in pretty nicely here. This is well done. That's a good foot there.
Yep.
A plus result there. Touch her behind, and that's exactly what they need in this end.
Good piece of footwork.
Well said. Arculli and Hitchcock have been running away and hiding over the last few ends. All right, here's Lorraine. Just a small adjustment is all she needs to get to the back. Not bad there. That's okay. Useful in play. They don't. One's in the budget here, and she's got a solid second, so not bad to put one in the back. I think for her, Jack or Bowl was the right play. But, Team Liho, they need to just get bowls in the head. They can't afford to just protect one. It's too late for that. They're down 8 with 3 to play. They need numbers. They need to win pretty much every end. I think if they lose one end, it's going to be near impossible for them to win with the way this game is going. I haven't seen, Helena's playing the wide hand. Might be the first time she's played this. Kind of floating all the way to the back. Not wasted, but they really can't be doing the position bowls right now.
Every bowl is very important for them to have out the jack.
They need
without
to
making too big of a target for
Michele. They can't really worry about that right now. They gotta get count. They gotta get the numbers. I think Lorraine's kind of hung this out a little bit. A little too much grass there. Last one. Helena's gonna stick with this wide hand. Cameras here on this one to see the path. We might lose the track because it's so wide. Nope. Michelle's going back down or something. Yeah, a little short here. You just can't afford that. You just cannot afford coming up a couple yards short when you were down. Even though they're up in the head, they're down so much in the match that you need numbers. You need bowls in the head. You cannot afford blanks.
All positive bowls into the head.
There's a way to play when it's the first third of the game, the second third of the game, but there's definitely a way to play in the last third of the game. And you've got to know what the game situation is. It comes very much into effect later in the game. I think we'll see Michele also play this wide hand and probably do a jack or bowl shot here on the shot pole. She's really turned it up a notch these last few ends, and it's kind of both her and Lorraine have really turned it up a notch and very much outplayed their opponents, and it's been showing the difference in the score. Here's Michele again trying to jack or bowl shot. A+ result. Look at that. Just right where the way you would to dial it up. You could see the value of that bowl. Now she's just kind of replaced it, and she sat right there. Don't know if it's one or two, but every end they win is just getting closer to shaking hands. Here's Mona. She wants to do the same thing, see if she can return the favor and play jack or bowl herself on this side. And she's kind of overcooked it.
That's pressure.
Lorraine's looking to see if it's 2. She's saying it's 2, or she's a metalhead. One of the two. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say that's 2. That's my guess. Either that or a Longhorn fan. I'm going to say it's 2. Michelle's off to the B. Didn't need to press here. I don't know if I necessarily like her being narrow. I think I prefer her being high. But it's not in the head, and she doesn't need to make anything happen. She's made her shot. Let's see if we get a better effort here from Helena. I'd like to see her convert one of these. Not far away here. Oh, gosh. Really nice try there by Ronaldine. Just a little heavy. Just a little heavy or a little wide. Pick one. Not quite enough. Almost makes it a little bit easier for Michele. Michele should be trying to float it to that back black ball there. Yeah, this is good also. Might be in the count, but it's also carrying. It's not really protected. Just kind of tried to draw one. Huh, I'm gonna just draw.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's see if Mona can do it this time. She got really close. Actually made it worse for her in doing so. Trying to, you gotta drop it in perfectly, and she couldn't do it. So let's see what the count is. Lorraine's ready for lunch, so she's just grabbing the mat and is ready to get going. 3 there.
Great.
Another great end by the Americans.
7.
8.
So, point of interest, I guess, in games. If the after this next end, they're Michele and Lorraine are more than 6 shots ahead of their opponent, the game must stop. Do not play the last end if there's no possibility of succeeding and winning.
I don't know. Honestly, if it was me, with the way this game has gone, the last stretch, I think I'd be tempted to shake hands right now, because you're up 11, so you have to get a 5 and a 6.
Yeah, I know they need 12. Yeah, 5 and 6, 12.
5 and a 6, and the most you can get in an end is a 6. You actually have to have a perfect end and a near perfect end,
Mm-hmm.
2 in a row. They've lost 6 ends in a row, so mathematically impossible, but I'd give it one chance in a million that they do it.
I would expect to see them shake hands after this end.
Yeah, well, as you said, they can't play.
They can't. They have to.
Yeah, they pretty much have to shake hands unless Lee-Ho can get at least a 5. They need at least a 5, which again, you see Lorraine, she's put one in the back here,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of the standard play. You don't want to have them give an option of blowing through. I mean, literally, they could shake hands if, they get a couple bowls in the ditch, obviously, because then
Yes.
they can be able to score.
Yes.
I've seen that, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Decent opener by Helena if you prefer to be behind, but they're drawing their line in the sand right there at the jack. So, Lorraine will probably try and drop the weight here. She just has kind of dropped a little too much, I think. Just a slight overcorrection. Right. And if we haven't said it before, Lee-Ho, no bowls off. Literally can't have any bowls off. So, I'm not sure what the discussion is. I think she might be worried that Lorraine's in her way. Okay, I understand. So Mona assures her, you are not in the way. Just come right underneath that. See if she can do it and get it up there. Every ball's got to be a counter in this head. She went around it, so it's 2. It's 2 now. Lorraine just looking to split the 2. Maybe a little bit more grass. I'd like to see her get her weight right. Having her weight right would just kind of put a real end or anything between these 2 bowls around the jack. She's kind of cooked it. So the dream is alive for Lee-Ho. off end for Lorraine. In a similar situation in 2015 U.S. Open, I was playing with Richard Broad, and we were in the semifinal match against Bill Brault and Steve Smith, and we were down 7 going into the last stand, and we decided to play it, and we ended up getting a 6 and missing them by 1. And they ended up winning the title the next day, and we got the bronze that day. Sir Richard and I. Right, well, it is 3. Another good one for Helena. She had 3 pretty solid bowls there in the head. It's a good look here. Lorraine kind of a little bit of an offhand, but all it'll take is 1 from Michele to get in the mix. You can see this little triangle with the jack kind of in it. She can just put one in that triangle. It'd be pretty close to ending it. Let's see if Michele can do it. She played so well. I mean, Lorraine's played well, and Michele, they both have taken it up a notch these last 6 hands.
Certainly have.
Michele especially, though, has just been really just striping it. Let's see if she can do it here. They really need to get one. No, that one's not it. Ooh, she did get a favorable rub, though.
Yes.
Kind of putting in the zip code and just cut it to 1 now. It's kind of changed it a little bit. Let's stick with this view.
She just put up a 1, not 2 fingers.
Yeah, I thought it was a 1.
Yeah.
But a little drag here, and the hope's still alive. If we can get Mona to do a little drag on it. Well, the dream is still alive because there's still a number that can be grabbed there. She'll be well served to kind of get another one in the head, take a little grass, put it behind the jack. You know, just a nice little draw. You need to get something in that triangle. Right. See if she can get the weight here. See if she's got the weight here. Just wants to be around that bowl, right on it. That's well done. Well, but the dream is still alive because she wasn't behind it. So, jack movement is the call of the day for Mona Lee here. So kind of hit the jack, draw around, and drag the jack. She can get a number. That 5 is still out there to be had, but she's got to hit the jack. Get around this bull. Yeah, that's pretty much ending it. There's little to no chance, barring some kind of miracle and a heavy shot, because she happened to come a little narrow and hit the bull instead of the jack and put Michele in that position A. Let's see where that bull is of Michelle's. We put it right in the middle of the triangle there. Just kind of taking away a lot of hope. Right, here's Michele. Just wants to put one right next to that other one.
Oh, this is a lovely bowl.
She's going to hit the inside edge of these bowls, just drifting through, like that position there too. Yeah, I trying to see where there would be 5.
I still have 2.
Yeah,
But this will be the end.
yeah, they'll be shaking hands after this. There's no way where there's 5 unless you just like leave your shoes on the bank and throw it as hard as you can and with the sign of the cross beforehand and then hope for the best. But that's pretty much it. Here's the handshake. So we'll give 2 for Lee and Ho there at the end, but victory for Michele Arculli.
Arculli.
God. Arculli. Michele and Lorraine Hitchcock.
There you go.
Never going to hear the end of that. All right, thank you for tuning in. For those of you who watched, our next game will be the main event. We'll have the women's 2024 U.S. Open women's pairs gold medal match will be on this rink. We'll probably be starting up in a little over an hour because they're finishing up some of those semifinal matches that are going on in some of the other rinks. But congratulations to Michele and Lorraine for winning this one. They'll be in the second flight final, but we'll be bringing you the gold medal match in about a little over an hour. So thank you to Melanie Veziner, our national umpire-in-chief, and I've been Scott Roberts. Glad I didn't call you Michele.
It's been a pleasure, Scott. Thanks again for letting me sit in.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. All right, thank you. I'll talk to you in a little over an hour. Bye-bye.